including some local interest on how you can get yourself in trouble if you're one of those people in the Bay Area who wants to go dine and dash. What were some of the meal and steal? I heard them run through some of the different ways of saying it, and I thought, wow, I'd only ever heard dine and dash. Pat, what are you pointing at, Pat?
That's a funny he would bring that up, what she was involved in this morning.
Oh, I wasn't involved in any dining and dashing. No. Let's be clear about that.
All right, Roxanne. Here's time for a confession. All right, you think you're going to be shamed on social media? Well, that's
we had Ken from Rick's on the River call into the show this morning.
Oh, you did? Wow, yes. I didn't realize that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, what a funny thing he's doing over there. Tell a little bit about what he's doing there, Roxanne.
Well, what he does is he captures things on video. It's a lot easier to do that nowadays, and then he goes and confronts the Dine and Dasher and shames them into paying. And so he said that it's cut down significantly on dining and dashing over the years. Or not over the years, but over the last year that he's been doing that.
Yeah, I heard the way they're kind of doing it is he puts it up, like he'll take the videos and post them up on the social media page, and they're kind of going viral because he's saying, hey, who are these people that didn't pay for their meal? And then ultimately somebody in the Tampa Bay area will say, oh, that's, Jim and Jane or whatever. And then he'll call them, I guess, or otherwise reach out to them. And then he said he makes them actually come back to Rick's on the River to pay. And that seems reasonable. They stole from him. I mean, it's pretty offensive. They stole from him. So he says, look, you're going to come back and pay just like if you would have paid on the spot. You're going to come back to the restaurant. And I haven't talked to him, but I read an interview that he did. And he said he's actually the last 12 people that have done that to his restaurant, that have eaten and left. He's gotten 11 of them to come back and pay with this social media shaming.
Has that even ever crossed your mind?
To shame somebody like that?
No, to dine and dash.
Not
even as a joke has it even crossed my mind.
No way. It's totally unethical. To me, it's very offensive. And I want to say sometimes somebody suggested something like that to me. I find it very offensive. If somebody that I know suggests the commission of a crime, boy, do I lose a lot of respect for them. It's hard for me to want to hang out with them because that's just not my nature. I don't believe in taking from somebody else what's not mine, because that's just ethics, right? And I guess in some ways that's sort of a dying way of looking at the world, isn't it, with ethics? And that kind of leads into a story that I saw that just sort of reminded me of a story that we've talked about just kind of as a big picture theme, and that is the comfort that people seem to have today with the idea of cheating or lying or stealing, however you want. To me, those are three. That's like three petals on a little four-leaf clover or something. Those are three of the same kinds of behaviors: lying, cheating, and stealing. But people seem to be okay with it today, as long as I guess they get whatever hedonistic pleasures they want. They figure whatever I've got to do on the way to that ends justifies whatever means I have to use to get there, including lying, cheating, and stealing. And so I saw this story, and this one just blew my mind because who are you faking for? You know what I mean? So in Mexico City, they just had the Mexico City Marathon. They had about 30,000 people run that marathon, and the marathon organizers disqualified approximately 11,000 of those 30,000 people because they apparently have a system where they can track to see how fast you move between the checkpoints. And if that doesn't match up with an actual race run speed, they know, and they're saying, 1/3 of the people that ran this they didn't even run it. You see what I'm saying? They didn't run it. 1/3 of the people that signed up were like hopping on the bus and taking the bus to the next checkpoint. And that's what they actually said. It's mass cheating. They've disqualified 1/3 of the runners. And I just think, what's the point, right, to go cheat in a marathon? I thought the point of a marathon was completing the marathon. It's not, you're just trying to get a 26.2 sticker. You can buy those, right? You don't even have to run the marathon. You can just lie to everybody and say, hey, I went to the marathon, get you a little number thing and hang it up on your wall. See, that's when I ran. That's when I ran the marathon. But anyway, it just blows my mind that you would cheat in a marathon. Because, again, the accomplishment is completing the marathon. It's not, you didn't do anything. What's the point? I guess you want to put it on social media or maybe some of them did it as a gag to say, hey, watch, we can cheat the system. I don't know. But how come so many people are comfortable with that? I mean, do you guys have thoughts on that?
I don't know why we're getting to that place in life. Is it just a Machiavellian approach to ends justifies the means? Is it, I mean, we do sort of, you look out for your family and you look out for yourself. That's a good thing, but it's been taken to a new level of winning at all costs, no matter if it's being disingenuous, no matter if it's cheating. I think people are looking at, the gray area of things and just doing what they do.
But 11,000, that's almost half.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable to think that many people.
Right.
I know.
Right. Yeah, you could see maybe, a couple of hundred, maybe, black sheep in the race crowd of 30,000, but you're talking about a significant portion of the people. So
It's crazy.
Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.